Uh, had some networking issues, so got that kind of sorted out. Should have a lot better connection today than I have been, at least earlier. So when I tried to start streaming an hour ago, I was barely getting 2
Kaizen,
megabits
a factory
connection
story.
to Twitch, which is not ideal for streaming. But now I'm getting about 9,000. So, all right, we're still gonna stream till about 8, so it'll be a little bit shorter today. But you do what you gotta do. Let's try and get this scooter built. Okay. So last time where we left off, we did have some pieces that we're building. We were building this kind of back component. And we've got this component here. Now we just need to get it in, but we're stuck. We've got these pieces here that kind of lock us in place. So I think we're gonna have to move it. Yeah, so that'll let us come down, but not down far enough. I think we're gonna have to move where this gets attached. We may have to slide this piece in somewhere else along the way, but I'm not sure where else we'd want to do that. We've got to get this piece connected, so that could be wherever it starts at. This is going to be a tough one. We've got a lot of pieces that have to be assembled. Like, we haven't even started assembling this top part yet. I don't know that there's anything we have to do to this other than attach it, which may be easier said than done because it attaches here. Oh, I'm looking at it. I do have to cut in some space there. So yeah, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to move this assembly out of the way and do it separately. But it does have to be attached to this piece before we attach it here, because of the kind of welding tools that we have at our disposal. They're pretty limited. So what do we need to do? We need to chop this piece up. We've got it here. We don't need that. So that'll weld us in place right off the bat. Then we can cut into it. How far do we cut into it? If I'm looking at it here, we do want to leave a space. We got 1, 2, 3 below the spirit, right? 1, 2, 3. So up to about here we're cutting into it, which means we're gonna need a sliding arm. Let's get our arm on there. Let's get a track in here. Let's move these components out of the way. Let's get a track in here. We need to do, well, we'll just do that. And we're gonna slide our delta arm a few spaces down. I don't think that's far enough. We can go one more space. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we need one more space out of it. We need to go 6 to get that piece fully done there. That is pretty much ready to move along, though. Now that we've cut that piece off, do we need to cut into the top at all? I closed out my preview. It doesn't look like we're just attaching this piece to the top. So I'm wondering if we should go ahead and build this and attach it before we bring this unit down here. So I imagine what we'll do is we'll assemble this, we'll attach it to this, we'll bring this in, attach it to this, which will have been assembled at that point. Then we'll attach it to this, then we'll attach the front wheel. And now we can... I don't know how we're gonna attach the front wheel though. I have concerns about how that will be attached. because I don't see a welding capability for it. They're just it's confusing, right? So this welder will target this space and weld it to this unit. So we don't have anywhere where we have one piece of material between this and the body. And then this welder must sit next to the two. So for example, if that's here, right, then the welder would likely be positioned here. You can see it's not touching this piece. And I mean, that's how it appears in the picture. I do not know how I'm going to weld these pieces together. Even if they were rotated, I do not know how they will be welded together. Really struggling with that. I don't have any other welding tools at my disposal, just these two, the welder and the riveter. So that's just not helpful. Okay, let's assemble this piece. We've got to start by cutting into the top, and we need to cut in here. So maybe the best thing to do is just stop caring about money on this unit. So the F arm goes in once, and we don't have anywhere for the echo arm. It will go in twice. And so then they both need to retract. So pull that back to, we're going to copy that one, and we're going to pull it back one. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really like the arms. I don't like having the arms. They're more expensive and they take a lot of operations. So I could do the same thing with a cutter here and an arm. All I gotta do is I need to pull it up 2 times. So we put that there. Now we can just pull echo back twice, right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to move this cutter, and we're going to put a track here, and then we just simply slide E down one, and we cut into it that way. We can slide E back over, and we can re-extend back to where we were. Actually, we can go ahead and extend one further if we wanted to. Then we could put these components in. Yes. This one may need to be done a little bit later. So if we put 2 riveters here, and then we can put an arm here and an arm here. Not super excited about having a bunch of arms, but they get the job done. And of course now we can't move it out, so that's a problem for that assembly method. Yeah, so we can bring it down. We could move it over here to get the light inserted, and then maybe over this way to get the arm inserted. For example, I could put a riveter not there. Well, maybe. Yeah, that shouldn't interfere with it. And then I could move this here, and then this one could come here. I need that there. And I guess, nope, okay, right there. And then we can put an arm on it here with a track. It needs to move two units to the right and then 2 units to the left. Is that what I'm seeing? So, no, I need to slide it. We're sliding the F, so we're going -2, weld. Then we're gonna go 4 in the positive direction and weld. And then, of course, we could bring it down to complete a weld with another component. Which we could do as it goes down. There. So like all of this could be assembled maybe here. And we could like move it into place right on top. And we can put a welder, a dual welder here. So when is that coming back up? Okay, so we've basically completed it at that point. What is this? We're coming back up 6 spaces. That would need to be done. Yeah, because we're not finished building the handlebars until here, but we're done with this piece a long way before there. So I'm thinking the handlebars can be later. We'll probably attach that down here. But we got that assembly done. You were just as an example. So now we need the ability to move that into place. Which means we probably don't want to pull it up. We need it to come over and then down a few spaces. And bring it over. I don't know why I extended that. So we can pull G needs to be in the positive direction. But then what would wondering if we don't need, like, that's gonna be merged. Can we move this assembly down here? We run into this same problem though, don't we? Yeah, we're gonna end up running into a similar problem. We're ultimately going to need to get this out of here. So I wonder, do we do something crazy to try and clean up some of this space? If we were to flip D, where are you at, D? If we rotate D here, That flips it all the way up there. And then we want to cut in 1, 2, 3. We want to cut in right there. Then we can do that, and then we can simply pop another flip in for D. And now these are out of the way. And we are in a better place. We are in a better place. Then we could pull G back. That could get welded. So we could move the G track up, and then that could pull back. That could get welded there. So we could maybe still stick that welder in there. Could we stick the welder there? No, we could not stick the welder there. And if that was the case, then it gets pushed forward. We gotta bring it further forward. So now instead of A sliding, we're gonna have G slide. You go one more, and then we can have G extend, which could pass off to another arm. Brings it down, but this is in the way now. That is in the way now. So this whole assembly, how much in the way is it? It is quite a ways in the way. Where is the completed piece? Yeah. So it could be up here. So if we move this part of the assembly, including that, okay, we'll move that in a second. Wait, how is that connected? Okay. So if we move this part of the assembly up here, so we could get away with it right there, then that means that it starts off like this. That wouldn't break anything, which means this assembly needs to come up once and 3 over. So we're gonna come up 1, 2, 3. Should do it. One more over. One more over. One more. Okay. Perfect. Why is that interfering all of a sudden? Oh, I see, right? Because this comes in too high. This assembly needs to go up one more. What? How did I misjudge that? Alright. And then that would push over there, which we could then hand off to another arm. Could we even do that? We would have to the best bet is probably here, I would imagine, because we can put a track underneath H. Maybe over here, and then we could pull H, could pull back. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, because we got to pull it 2 more in that direction first. Yeah. We're gonna go here. So we do want H to be up here. We actually need to pull it back to more. So we're gonna pull H back. And then we can slide H down. Just 2 more on there. It's like as long as I can make it. Perfect. And then we can push H forward twice, which welds that whole unit together, which is perfect. That is as good as it gets on that part. Now you could come in, hello, from here, and we can try and figure out how to assemble you. So we will need to grab here, it doesn't matter. We need to slide you up some number. So we will slide you up some number into place. Perfect. Now that you're there, we have to figure out how to weld these 2 pieces together. How doth we do it? I see. So what we're gonna have to do, it's quite annoying, but what we're gonna have to do is not weld this piece on at this time. So what that's gonna do is that's gonna put us. What happened? Wait, what? What did I do? Oh, I moved that out of the way. Yes, this has come over here, so you simply need to extend once here. Yes. Yes. Perfect. So the reason why this is necessary is I couldn't flip it from there. Yeah, so at this point we have one piece between the wheel and us, so we could put a riveter in there. But unfortunately, we don't have anywhere that we could place a riveter. If we were to rotate H, what would you collide with, and could we correct that? We could move, yes. So we could pause here to pull. We need to retract G. G needs to retract. And D, a long time ago, we can have D slide back up. Right? No, we can't. Yeah, okay, now D can go out of the way. We can rotate. What is the deal here? So we could pull H down one space. Ooh, not 8. Just one. And we can slide G out. G needs to go in the plus direction. Out of the way. Then we can flip H. We don't need that. We need to bring it the rest of the way down. Is that far enough? Could I bring it one more? And then if we were to flip H again, we can't bring it down anymore. So if we put a riveter right there, then we continue sliding. Then I can come up and we can weld that together. And that is almost everything complete. Except for a crucial piece. All of this up here. Like, where does this come into play? When do we put this in? That's the rough part. And then we've got to beat that assembly on top. The joy of building. Right? Okay. At this stage, we are here. I think we can go back like... Okay, so here we are with this unit. We now need to connect this piece to it. Let's undo that. Alright, so let's slide F in the negative all the way over there. And then we can ungrab and slide it over twice, and then we can once again slide it in the negative. We're going to put that there, and we can put a welder on it. Do we want to put a welder on it there? No, I say we put a riveter on it there, I suppose. Alright, that gets that piece in. Now we just need to pull it out and into place on its final resting area, which will be here. So we simply need so here, and then we can put an arm right here. Can we put this? Can we put that there? I think we're going to put an arm here, and we're going to slide that over. I just realized I do not have a way to connect these two together, so we will figure that out momentarily. So it's at this stage when we can slide our Juliet arm in the positive. Yeah, so if I put a welder, ooh, yeah, I can't put it there. If I put it there, it breaks everything. So that's not going to work. We can move it in place there, but it can't be assembled at that point. This arm can be moved back. We can simply extend it once more. There we go. And do we really pull C back? What do we pull C back for? What do we pull it back for? We need to push it up, don't we? I'm confused. Wait, what was... Wait. Yeah, okay. So we weld in there, we push it forward, then we pull it down. What do we pull it down for? There's no reason to pull it down. I don't think we need that pull down, which means we're gonna have to adjust a few other things. We do push it forward, which means that we cannot extend fully. Yeah, you're gonna have to come down 4. I think, what's the deal here? Yeah. It's you. And then you need to, you all need to come up 1 unit. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, now we can start sliding. Now we can slide, so we can pull it down twice, which is probably what's gonna have to happen. This will have to inevitably come in. There's this somewhere from on high. Okay, so the farthest we could move it at this point is we can copy that and have you retreat back 6 spaces without grabbing anything. I don't think we want that track there. We don't really need it. Which means since we're only extending this once, we can actually put it right there. Completely out of the way of everyone involved. Now I could try and see. Yeah, that space is actually definitely used. What if I were to rotate H? Just out of curiosity. Wait, are they not welded? Holy Moses. That is why C was pulled down. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we do actually need C to retract. It is imperative that it retract, which means when we get to this point, you will need to come down one more unit and then into place. This assembly will drop one, and then you need to drop one. And then if we flip, we collide with this, okay. So we could retract H. And we still couldn't flip it. So instead, let's get H the heck out of there. H is gonna move it out. Hey folks, thanks for tuning in. We're looking on time here. Yeah, we got a good 30 minutes left. All right, we are working on getting H the heck out of there. Okay. We have to move. We gotta move. We got a lot of moving to do to get this into place. So now K, can it start moving at the same time? It cannot. That's as far as we can make it. Which is, quite frankly, is just, it's not far enough. Really is not far enough. We have a lot of assembly happening in this area, and it's just not far enough. So we could move this piece over, which is I'm okay with that. If we move it over, then we could, because that's our limiting factor right now, is this, which is tied to this. So if we move you over there, then we get a lot more freedom about where K can go. K can go over much further, but that doesn't bring anything in that we can suddenly use, and we're stuck. K is now stuck here, so we can't really move that anywhere else. It's almost like we want to assemble this whole unit before we even bring it down. I try to think vocally. It's not always easy. Yeah, so what I'm mean, it's not ideal. We've got this long stretch here where we just got one unit. And one of the other things that we have that's not ideal is basically this piece. But see, that has to be welded before we put it on the back. Like, we have to assemble that at that time. Which is not ideal. I'm wondering, what if we pushed in the wheel up here? It would not fit with the, come on, up there. It would not fit in with the cutters. So what if G started back here? Could I insert that? Can I have a riveter here? Okay. I could have a riveter there. These cutters are going to definitely cut in there. So I'm wondering if I shift my D commands so that, what did I just replace? Okay, I shift my D commands. So the first thing that we do is we have D, push forward twice, then flip up, okay? And we could do our cutting here. Well, that doesn't solve anything unless we move you down some. Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't solve anything because, I mean, then we're, even if we flip that and pushed it in, we still have a problem with the cutters. It's the cutters being there that's the problem. So could we maybe start D off higher? Like, we need to start, no, I can't start that off any higher. We start D off here maybe. We gotta flip the whole assembly now. Put these here. Then we move D out. Not far enough. We need to move that track up. Okay. Then we can bring D back in. Let's go. Oh, we got that. That didn't really do much for us, did it? We can move D down further. Oop, nope, we can move D there. And once we're there, we can slide this in, I want to say. So can we rotate? Finding a good rotation point on this is going to be key. L, okay. That is not a good rotation point. That's an even worse rotation point. Okay, if we take that and we go up, boom, we only need to move it. Well, we need to move it forward quite a few spaces, and it's still going to be cut. Right? Okay, so the goal was to pull D back. Now that we've moved D forward, we want to pull D back. And if we pushed L forward, we're not far enough. Yeah, we need more spacing there. Essentially, we need to come in. Let's put some track up here. How many spaces we need? That's the bare minimum. We need to come in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we need to do 5, or we just pull it back one more? So 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. If we put an arm on you here, we are on M for arms. We are getting in bad shape. 2, 3, 4. Which should then, oop, nope. Yeah, I remember what we had done. We need to bring 4 in more before we do that. Okay, we need to do one more on M there, which cuts in. Are you kidding me? That cuts in. D. Does D have to go that far? If we don't go that far, and we do pull D back once, we are not high enough. Let's just keep D at where it was. Let's keep D where it was. Just keep it where it is. What is the deal here? Okay. So 6 is where we want to go, but we can't. We have to weld it at 7. We have to weld it at 7. It is cutting into in right there. Oh, the joys of this work. Man. Alright, I want to get back to a point where I was before I tried to put the wheel on upside down up here. Okay. I don't know what's broken. Oh. You start here. Okay, I do want to try and assemble this in a better way. I can cut it there. But then how do I get it? Yeah, now if I flipped it, it would still cut into it. Which is the troubling part. I think I just abandoned that approach. Okay, so let's just get the body in here. We can move this K piece. Why didn't you select that too? Down there. So that gets K out of the way. Which gives us some more room for movement. At this point, we've got an option to try and flip it and get the wheel on. It's gonna be a struggle to attach that wheel and then attach this piece, because essentially we're gonna have to like pull it down, pull it over, push it up once it has the wheel on it. And that's assuming that we can even get the wheel in it, because this is an awkward shape, and we've got to get two things welded here from the inside. It means we've got to have a riveter in there, which I know I'm overthinking to some degree. So maybe this K is a problem, because we know that we can fit a riveter right here. So we can shift it one space. If we can put the wheel in, which we had a way to put the wheel in already. So we can get this front wheel attached. With I. Just like we were doing before. I literally just deleted it for no apparent reason. Let's start down here at the bottom. If we bring... Where can we bring that? Okay, at that point, so I can start shifting over here. So I needs to come up one more. Okay, so that's I in place. Now, we could slide K one space over, and then we can bring this piece in. We can bring that in. Why? Something's moving it. What ends up moving it? There, it gets moved there. So we could pull you over. So that could be slid in somehow. Yeah. Yeah, we need to like bring it in straight down from there, which is not super possible. Not super possible. At least not there. But I don't really have a choice. I can't put an arm here, which would be the most useful. I can't really put an arm here. Where are my boundaries? Boundary. Okay. Okay, so there's a boundary piece. Oop. There's a boundary. There's a boundary. There's a boundary, and there. So that's it. That's all the working space I have inside this kind of V shape. So I'd have to bring this in somehow. I could push it down in front of H, which could push it over twice, which could then, like, so if I pushed it down once from here, which I can't put it there, it has to be here. So I'd have to bump it over here, bump it down, then H could push it over, and D could not do anything with it. Because could I put anything where? Yeah, that's taken. Where are we doing this? I'm struggling here. I'm really struggling here. I think I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and move it, like not try and do this here. As much as I would like to assemble the wheel there, like I just have to assemble it somewhere else. There's just not really a way to avoid it. Is that your absolute maximum length? Yes. So we're gonna have to chain some arms together. Because we need space. We need space. The area score is shot. It's shot. And that's fine. That's fine. At this point with this challenge, I just want to finish it. So that gives us plenty of space over here. Except it doesn't. Right? It doesn't, because I still need in here. I need to push it. It needs to come up. So this stuff needs to move. Move. There, okay. Move over there. Move. Why are you not moving stuff? Okay, move over there. Okay. Now, we come over here. We kind of have room to start anew. Or do we need to bring it one more over? We don't really have anywhere. Can L rotate? It can. It can, but it also can't. So if we come back here, how are we looking on rotation? No. Well, that would be great. Once that's rotated there. Oh, actually, that's perfect. Honestly, that's perfect, because then we can have M here right before it catches that rotation. Is that perfect? I don't think that's perfect. That puts us there. Yeah, I don't really think that gets us anything. I thought that was perfect. I don't know what I was thinking. And then M rotates. Yeah. If we were to move M, we don't need to move him very far. We don't need to move him very far. We just move it a few spaces over. Then we rotate it. We get a lot more working room. So we can put our welder in right there. And that is great, because that can come up right there. Excellent. Right in place. This piece could I could do without. Whoa, hey, no. I want this piece gone, and I want to replace it with this here, as we might be moving a different direction. Yeah, I think we're gonna move a different direction with you, but we need this maneuver here, so we need it to come back once, and then move out. Yeah, perfect. That way we can have our one arm over here. We want to this stuff needs to move, which is fine. Okay. So I can put you right there and you right there. And that can weld that into place. So then we just need I don't need very long of a track. So J, a long time ago. This is for Julia, yeah. And then we can retract it. Okay, I don't think I can lower this assembly. Can I lower this assembly? Can I lower this assembly here? Nope. Okay, I cannot lower it. Whoa, hello. No, we're back here. Okay. And I still don't have a good way to get this brought in. So I do think this is it needs to come from the other direction, basically. This assembly, this piece of the assembly goes over here, and then these two components. So once we get to the assembled point, let's get down here where we can see where we're at. I may just need to assemble that. This needs to just be part of this assembly up here. So we can remove that portion for now. I don't understand why you won't move these pieces. Thank you. Okay, alright. So once we get this piece there, this needs to slide into place. And it can go right where it needs to go. Oh, nice. Can this go here? That cannot go there. It can go there. High as it can go. So we can put a track there because it needs to go down 4 spaces. What we can do is we can actually push with November there. We can move it forward 1 space, which will push that whole assembly forward. Then we can simply slide that down right into place. Bam. Now that that is done, I can bring it up. Okay, this is great. Where is... Bam. We want this up here. Like up here, I guess. So if we start bringing in... back up. Slide it back up. Where are we hitting? We're hitting that piece down there. No, can't be sooner. We could extend you 1 more. Ooh, what? Then we can push it again. Then we can come back up. We're still hitting that, but we could lower this at that point, right? Yes, we can bring it up. Simply just bring it up 1 one space. So if we put this here, yeah, and we take this assembly, come on, and we're gonna take it like here, that. Having a hard time selecting it now. Take this assembly and we want to line it up so that it's completed. Like right there. Okay. Alright. Now we want to slide as far back as we can. We want to move forward as far as we can. And then we want to drop that in there. I don't think we need that anymore. Okay. We're not looking good down here. All of this up here. Yes. So we can solve that. We can solve that problem pretty easily by jumping back here. And if we take these components, we simply just need to expand that so that we end up. I'm confused. Go back. We want this to be longer. Come down with it. We want 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so that should be functionally the same. Yeah, come back. Go forward twice, and then you were the problem, going back too far. So we actually want to move right there into place. That's still not far enough. We need to be completely out of the way. Boom. Perfect. That way when we get down here, catch up with us. That should have been it. What's wrong here? I see. Yeah, that would be a problem. It's actually welded to the piece. just annoying enough to become problematic. Okay, that's fine. That means we need to weld this here in the center. Boy, oh boy, is this fun. But when do we weld it in the center is gonna be the question. When does it get welded into the center? It'd have to be like over here. We put this. And then we need to bring in the rest of the assembly. We can't push it forward anymore. So we need to move. And we do need another track, and we do need another arm. Because of course we do. Do we need that? Do we need that? I don't think we need that. Let's see. If we move this up here. Yeah, we do, because we needed to move 2 more spaces over. We do need to slide. Of course, this can all happen way back here, maybe? We can have Juliet. Oh, we don't have a track on it. We need to put a track on it. We needed to come over 2 spaces. 3 spaces long. Ah, holy mother of goodness gracious. That was a beast of a level. But we did it. We finally did it. Yeah, piece by piece. Not the best. I'm not sure if this is how other companies make it. No, I don't think so. I think other companies make it a lot better than we did here. We did overall a pretty bad job of making this one. So that's just wonderful. I can live with that though. I can live with that because the key is that we did it. We built a motorcycle, a motors division because of this. You know who the one to run it, which would be a key position to be. Stop. I can't think of this stuff right now. Yeah, our space is bad. Not the worst, but bad. Our cost is not as high as I thought it would be, and our time is also bad. We could optimize significantly for these, but I'm ready to be hands-off at that level.
I think I know what I want finally. It's this, the satisfaction of making something, learning from that, and getting better at it, and then making something even better. What could be more satisfying than that?
Now you're talking. David?
I think that's the Matsuzawa spirit, isn't it?
I'm glad you're going to keep making things. Somehow, I don't know. I just didn't think
I'm a
you were
terrible
the type to
salesman
be
in
so-
real life. Yeah, terrible.
No. I don't think your strength is reading people.
Are you saying I'm...
Sometimes,
Oh, no.
yes.
I see.
Who have we forgotten to
Don't
read?
need a ride?
I thought you'd never ask.
Hey, look at that. It says sunset. Oh, wait. That was it? That was it? That's the end of the game? Hey, look at that. We got some bonus levels, probably, but there you go. I think we just beat the game. So that's wonderful. Yeah. I mean, it's a great game. Love to see that the kind of Zachtronic spirit is living on. From a different developer, because I don't know if you know this, but it's my understanding that Zachtronics has either closed its doors and been shuttered, or they just stopped producing games. So yeah, anyways, yeah, so like next up, probably gonna do like Exapunks maybe. That one's getting back into programming. It's a lot of fun. There were some smaller games I have downloaded, but I haven't played yet, that were recommended by one of the followers, chatters. Was a Split, SPLIT is the game is named SPLIT, and then there's what is it? Let me look at Steam here. Like recent. Okay, that's not helpful. I think it starts with a T. Okay, apparently I have not downloaded these games yet. But yeah, there was Split and something else. Okay, that's not what I wanted. If I go here, I'm so bad at navigating Steam. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, yeah. So that was 7. Yeah. Look at that. We've got quite a few bonus challenges. I think this one was just added. So some of these are like, oh, that one. Ooh, that's the Defender bot from the original, but a little more involved. So it's got these kind of like missiles on the arms there, and the body, the torso, doesn't have these 3 pieces welded on. Other than that, it's pretty much the same. So these are just kind of expanded challenges. They're not part of the story. How complicated does that one get? We've got an assembly unit for the top and bottom that's got to be cut in different ways. We've got the single control panel, which goes on. Okay. We've got the fret piece that's got to be built out. We've got this. We need 1, 2, 3 on both sides. So it's fairly complicated build. I probably won't do any of these on stream unless anybody wants to see specifically like one of these done. I may work on them off stream, but yeah, I'll be seeing everyone on Thursday, and we'll probably do Exapunks. That's the plan right now. So look forward to getting back into some kind of like assembly programming.